rose from the circus floor, where dancers sold their bodies cheap. Now empires kneel before her door, and bishops bow while angels weep. Theodora wore her past like silk, the actress who became a queen. Justinian drank her poison milk, the most dangerous woman Rome had seen. Purple robes and golden thread, she ruled the living, judged the dead. Constantinople held its breath when she walked the line between life and death. The Senate tried to write her out, but history remembers doubt. Beauty mixed with political mind, the rarest combination you could find. Theodora's crown, forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame into her right. They whispered scandals in the halls about the Empress and her past, but she just smiled through marble walls and made sure every whisper was the last. She saved Justinian's failing reign when riots burned the city down to pain. Nike riots filled the streets with rage. She stood her ground and wrote the page. The Senate tried to write her out, but history remembers doubt. Beauty mixed with political mind, the rarest combination you could find. Theodora's crown, forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame into her right. She built hospitals for fallen women, gave them shelter from the men who bought and sold them like a symptom of an empire rotting from within. No empress before had dared to look at suffering and actually cared. Mosaics captured her face in glass, a beauty that the centuries can surpass. The Pierce wrote his secret history, trying to destroy her name, but all his words just prove the mystery of a woman who refused the shame. She wore her scars like jewelry and turned her trauma into policy. The Hagia Sophia still stands tall, a monument to her refusal to fall. Maybe empires need a scar. Maybe saints are born from tar. I'm still searching for her crown tonight. Now tourists walk through Venice rings and stare at mosaics made of stone. Her eyes still glitter, still divine. 6 centuries and she's not alone. Theodora proved that beauty's not just something given, sold or bought. It's the weapon that you forge from pain, the circus girl who learned to reign. Theodora's crown. She rose from the circus floor, where dancers sold their bodies cheap. Now empires kneel before her door, and bishops bow while angels weep. Theodora wore a past like silk, the actress who became a queen. Justinian drank her poison milk, the most dangerous woman Rome had seen. Purple robes and golden thread, she ruled the living, judged the dead. Constantinople held its breath when she walked the line between life and death. The Senate tried to write her out, but history remembers doubt. Beauty mixed with political mind, the rarest combination you could find. Theodora's crown, forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame into her right. They whisper scandals in the halls about the Empress and her past, but she just smiled through marble walls and made sure every whisper was the last. She saved Justinian's failing reign when riots burned the city down to pain. Nike riots filled the streets with rage. She stood her ground and wrote the page. The Senate tried to write her out, but history remembers doubt. Beauty mixed with political mind, the rarest combination you could find. Theodora's crown, forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame empire rotting from within. No empress before had dared to look at suffering and actually cared. Mosaics captured her face in glass, a beauty that the centuries can't surpass. Theodora's crown forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame into her right. Procopius wrote his secret history, trying to destroy her name, but all his words just proved the mystery of a woman who refused the shame. She wore her scars like jewelry and turned her trauma into policy. The Hagia Sophia still stands tall, a monument to her refusal to fall. Maybe empires need a scar. Maybe saints are born from time. I'm still searching for her crown tonight. Now tourists walk through Ravenna's shrine and stare at mosaics made of stone. Her eyes still glitter, still divine. 6 centuries and she's not alone. Theodora proved that beauty's not just something given, sewn or bought. It's the weapon that you forge from pain. The circus girl who learned to reign. Theodora's crown forged in fire. She didn't beg, she took desire. From the circus to the throne of gold, her beauty was the story told. Theodora's crown, heavy and bright, she turned her shame into her right. She turned her shame into her right. She rose from the circus floor. Now empires kneel before her door. Purple robes and golden thread. She ruled the living, judged the She married kings and buried them, ruled France and England with one hand. The most powerful woman among men, who carved her will into the land. Eleanor of Aquitaine was 15 when she took the throne, Duchess of the richest lands the world had ever known. Louis VII thought he owned her soul, but she just smiled and played a different role. She followed him on crusade to the east, while other queens just waited for the feast. Jerusalem saw her right through dust, a beauty wrapped in wanderlust. They tried to cage her in a tower, but she just turned the cage to power. Every law they wrote to bind, she rewrote with a sharper mind. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will. 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning still. She divorced a king unheard of then, and married Henry, planted Jane within. 2 months later, scandalizing Rome, but Eleanor was always going home. To power, to freedom, to the throne. She ruled when Henry couldn't rule alone. Aquitaine was hers by blood and birth, the richest woman on the earth. They tried to cage her in a tower, but she just turned the cage to power. Every law they wrote to bind, she rewrote with a sharper mind. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will. 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning still. Her sons rebelled and Henry locked her away. 16 years in prison, but she didn't decay. She read, she wrote, she waited for the day when Henry died and she would have her say. Richard became king, her favorite son. Together they repaired what war had done. She was 70, but far from done, riding across kingdoms in the blazing sun. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built her sons, watched empires crumble, watched the wars she'd won turn into losses, turn to blood and dust. But Eleanor adapted because she must. At 80 she was still negotiating peace, making sure that warfare would decrease, arranging marriages across the map. The queen who refused to let power lapse. Maybe freedom's just a longer chain. Maybe power's just another name for pain. I'm still walking through her kingdom tonight. Now historians argue about her legacy. Was she a feminist or just nobility? But Eleanor didn't care what we would say. She lived her life entirely her way, in a world that told her to obey. She rewrote the rules and made them pay. Fontevraud Abbey holds her stone. The queen. She married kings and buried them, would France and England with one hand. The most powerful woman among men, who carved her will into the land. Eleanor of Aquitaine was 15 when she took the throne, Duchess of the richest lands the world had ever known. Louis VII thought he owned her soul, but she just smiled and played a different role. She followed him on crusade to the east, while other queens just waited for the feast. Jerusalem saw her right through dust, a beauty wrapped in wanderlust. They tried to cage her in a tower, but she just turned the cage to power. Every law they wrote to bind, she rewrote with a sharper mind. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will, 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning still. She divorced a king unheard of then, and married Henry Plantagenet within. 2 months later, scandalizing Rome. But Eleanor was always going home, to power, to freedom, to the throne. She ruled when Henry couldn't rule alone. Aquitaine was hers by blood and birth, the richest woman on the earth. They tried to cage her in a tower, but she just turned the cage to power. Every law they wrote to bind, she rewrote a sharper mind. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world ends when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will. 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning still. Her sons rebelled and Henry locked her away. 16 years in prison, but she didn't decay. She read, she wrote, she waited for the day when Henry died and she would have her say. Richard became king, her favorite son. Together they repaired what war had done. She was 70, but far from done, riding across kingdoms in the blazing sun. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France and Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will. 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning still. She outlived husbands, outlived most her sons. Watched empires crumble, watched the war she'd won turn into losses, turn to blood and dust. But Eleanor adapted because she must. At 80 she was still negotiating peace, making sure that warfare would decrease, arranging marriages across the map. The queen who refused to let power rest. Maybe freedom's just a longer chain. Maybe power's just another name for pain. I'm still walking through her kingdom tonight. Now historians argue about her legacy. Was she a feminist or just nobility? But Eleanor didn't care what we would say. She lived her life entirely her way. In a world that told her to obey, she rewrote the rules and made them pay. Font of Rod, behold her stone, the queen who died but still won't leave the throne. Eleanor's kingdom stretched from sea to shore. She didn't wait for men to open doors. Queen of France, then Queen of England too. The medieval world bent when she moved through. Eleanor's kingdom built on wit and will. 2 husbands, 8 children, and she's reigning.
castles where the troubadours would sing of love that never touches skin. The lady sits behind her ring and lets the longing in.
She's married to a lord she's never loved, a transaction sealed when she was 12. But in the gardens lined with doves, she keeps a secret cell.
The troubadour composes songs about her eyes, her grace, her wrong.
A love that's pure because it's never real, the only kind of love they're allowed to feel.
Courtly love, the beautiful lie you worship from a distance and never ask why.
The closer you get, the further she goes. That's the game that everybody knows.
The troubadour's muse, forever untouchable, a fantasy dressed in silk and jewels. She plays her part, he plays his too. Courtly love is a stage for fools. The troubadour's muse, frozen in time, a woman reduced to a perfect rhyme. I write her name in every song I know,
But he's singing to a ghost he made.
I'd die for her, but she will never show.
The real me hidden in the shade.
I carved her face in ivory.
He carved the light, isn't me.
Courtly love is all I'm allowed to give.
Courtly love is how we learn to live.
Courtly love, the beautiful lie you worship from a distance and never ask why.
The closer you get, the further she goes. That's the game that everybody knows.
The troubadour's muse, forever untouchable, a fantasy dressed in silk and jewels. She plays her part, he plays his too. Courtly love is a stage for fools. The troubadour's muse, frozen in time, a woman reduced to a perfect rhyme.
The code of chivalry demands that he should suffer for her sake. But suffering's easier than hands that actually touch and actually take.
She sits in towers made of rules, while he performs for other fools who think that love is something pure,
When really it's just a way to endure.
the troubadour's muse, forever untouchable, a fantasy dressed in silk and jewels. She plays her part, he plays She's a painting, not a soul.
I write ballads, she writes no.
Because I'm not allowed that role. She's the ideal I'll never reach.
He's the fantasy I'll never teach.
But to see me as a human being,
not a symbol, not a dream I'm dreaming. Maybe poets need believers. I'm still trapped inside this rhyme tonight.
now scholars study courtly love.
Like it was noble, like it was kind.
But it was just another glove
to keep a woman's hands confined.
The troubadour sang pretty love
About a woman I never tried to know.
I was his muse, but never his glide.
Because the real her would rule in the shade.
The troubadour's muse, forever untouchable. In castles where the troubadours would sing of love that never touches skin, the lady sits behind her ring and lets the longing in.
She's married to a lord she's never loved. A transaction sealed when she was 12. But in the gardens lined with doves, she keeps a secret cell.
The troubadour composes songs about her eyes, her grace, her arms, a love that's pure because it's never real, the only kind of love they're allowed to feel.
Courtly love, the beautiful life you worship from a distance and never ask why.
The closer you get,
she goes.
That's the game that everybody knows. The troubadour's muse, forever untouchable, a fantasy dress in silk and jewels.
She plays her part, he plays his too.
Courtly love is a stage for fools. The troubadour's muse, frozen in time, a woman reduced to a perfect rhyme.
I write her name in every song I know.
But but he's singing to a ghost he made.
I'd die for her, but she will never show
the real me hidden in the shade.
I carved her face in ivory.
He carved a lie, it isn't me. Courtly love is all I'm allowed to give.
Courtly love is how we learn to live.
Courtly love, the beautiful life you worship from a distance and never ask why. The closer you get, the further she goes. That's the game that everybody knows. The troubadour's muse,
Forever untouchable,
a fantasy dressed in silk and jewels.
she plays her part,
He plays his too. Courtly love is a stage for fools. The troubadour's muse, frozen in time, a woman reduced to a perfect rhyme.
the code of chivalry demands that he should suffer for her sake. But suffering's easier than hands that actually touch and actually take.
She sits in towers made of rule, while he performs for other fools who think that love is something pure, when really it's just a way to engulf.
The troubadour's muse, forever untouchable, a fantasy dressed in silk and jewels.
She plays her part, he plays his too. Courtly love is a stage for fools. The troubadour's muse, frozen in time, a woman reduced to a perfect rhyme. I see her once a year at court.
He sees a painting, not a soul.
My right ballads she writes nor.
Because I'm not allowed but all.
She's the ideal I'll never reach.
He's the fantasy I'll never teach. To see me as a human being,
Not a symbol, not a dream I'm dreaming. Maybe love was always theater.
maybe poets need believers.
I'm still trapped inside this rhyme tonight.
Now scholars study courtly love,
Like it was noble, like it was kind.
but it was just another glove
To keep a woman's hands confined. The troubadours sing pretty lies.
was now a woman I never tried to make,
I was his muse, but never asked why.
because the real her would ruin the show.
The troubadour
A peasant girl who heard the voice of angels calling through the flame. She didn't think she had a choice, so she put on armor and a name. Joan of Arc was 17 when she convinced a desperate king that God had sent her to redeem the France that England was conquering. They gave her armor, gave her men, thought she'd fail again and again, but she lifted the siege of Orleans, a teenage girl defeating war machines. They couldn't understand her fire, a woman leading men through mire. Beauty wasn't in her face, it was the courage she embraced. Joan's armor, forged in holy light, a maiden warrior who wouldn't fight. beauty, born from grief. A peasant girl who heard the voice, she didn't think she had a choice, so she put on armor and a name. They couldn't burn away her name. Peasant girl who heard the voice of angels calling through the flame. She didn't think she had a choice, so she put on armor and a name. Joan of Arc was 17 when she convinced a desperate king that God had sent her to redeem the France that England was conquering. They gave her armor, gave her men, thought she'd fail again and again, but she lifted the siege of Orleans, a teenage girl defeating war machines. They couldn't understand her fire, a woman leading men through mire. Beauty wasn't in her face, it was the courage she embraced. Joan's armor, forged in holy light, the Maiden Warrior who would fight for glory, gold, or earthly crown. She controls and wrote it down. Joan's armor, heavy with belief, the God in me, born from grief. She cut her hair, she dressed like men in a world where that could get you killed. But Joan refused to bow or bend, her fate was sharper than a battlefield. Soldiers followed her where she led, because she wasn't afraid of being dead. She charged into the arrows and the flame, while nobles hid and played their courtly game. They couldn't understand her fire, a woman leading men through mire. Beauty wasn't in her face, it was the courage she embraced. Joan's armor, forged in holy light, for glory, gold, or earthly crown. Joan's armor, heavy with belief, the kind of faith, born from grief. But victory makes powerful men afraid, especially when a woman holds the sword. So they abandoned her, betrayed, sold her to the English overlord. The church accused her of heresy, for dressing like a man, for claiming she could see what bishops couldn't see or hear. They wood in the market square of ruined town. The crowd came out and watched and stood while holy men burned innocence down. She asked for a cross, they gave her sticks. She prayed while the fire did its tricks. Some say her heart refused to burn. Some say the smoke is how angels return. Maybe saints are just the ones who refuse to drop the heavy guns. I'm still hearing voices in the fire tonight. 25 years later, France admitted they had murdered their own saint. The church that burned her now permitted her name to lose its heretic taint. Now she's the patron saint of soldiers of France, of courage of the broken and the older. Joan of Arc, who heard the call and proved that beauty doesn't have to be small. Joan's armor, forged in holy light, never married we define. Her glory gold or earthly crown, shared the voice and wrote it down. Joan's armor, heavy with belief, a peasant girl who heard the voice. She didn't think she had a choice, so she put on armor and a name. They couldn't burn away her The medieval age is dying slow. Plague and war have bled it dry. The Renaissance begins to grow, while old cathedrals touch the sky. Theodora's mosaics crack and fade. Eleanor's kingdom split and fall. The Troubadours have stopped their serenade. Joan's fire is ash upon the wall. Beauty in that Maiden night was power, faith, and endless fight. Women carved from stone and wind, their echoes in these rooms is ending, but the names remain. Beauty always survives the pain. Even when the empire dies, the stories that live behind us. Little twilight fading into dust, empires built on faith and lust. The beauties of this brutal age are written on a burning page. Little twilight, slow and cold. The stories are the only gold. The Black Death took a third of Europe's breath. Survivors stumbled through the aftermath. Beauty became a dance with death, a desperate waltz on a broken path. Women wore their veils like shields, walked through bodies in the fields, but still they ruled, still they fought, still they were the lessons taught. The age is ending, but the names remain. Beauty always survives the pain. Even when the empire dies, the stories live behind our eyes. Medieval twilight fading into dust, empires built on faith and lust. The beauties of this brutal age are written on a burning page. Medieval twilight, slow and cold. The stories are the only gold. Castles crumble into tourist sites. Cathedrals echo with museum lights. We walk through history's broken bones and read the names carved into stones. Theodora, Eleanor, unnamed queens, Joan of Arc, and all the in-betweens. The medieval world was harsh and cruel, but beauty always broke the rule. Medieval twilight fading into dust, empires built on faith and lust. The beauties of this brutal age are written on a burning page. Medieval twilight, slow and cold. The stories are the only gold. The printing press would soon arrive and spread the word that some survived. Not just survived, but learned to reign through centuries of blood and pain. wasn't soft. It was the steel beneath the cloth. The woman in the tower said, who turned her prison into hell. Maybe every age must end. Maybe beauty doesn't bend. I'm still walking through the rooms tonight. Dying slow. Plague and war have bled it dry. The Renaissance begins to grow, while old cathedrals touch the sky. Mosaics crack and fade. Eleanor's kingdom split and fall. The Troubadours have stopped their serenade. Joan's fires ash upon the wall. Beauty in an evil night was power, faith, and endless fight. Women carved from stone and will, their echoes in these ruins still. The age is ending, but the names remain. Beauty always survives the pain. Even when the empire dies, the stories are behind our eyes. The twilight fading to dust. Empires built on faith and lust. The beauties of this brutal age are written on a burning page. The twilight slow and cold. The stories are the only gold. The bright death took a third of Europe's breath. Survivors stumbled through the aftermath. Beauty became a dance with death, a desperate waltz on a broken path. Women wore their veils like shields, walked through bodies in the fields, but still they ruled, still they fought, still they were the lessons taught. The age is ending, but the names remain. Beauty always survives the pain. Even when the empire dies, the stories live behind our eyes. Medieval twilight fading into dust. Empires through history's broken bones and read the names carved into stones. Theodora, Eleanor, unnamed queens, Joan of Arc and all the in-betweens. The medieval world was harsh and cruel, but beauty always broke the rule. Maybe the twilight fading into dust, empires built on faith and lust. The beauties of this brutal age are written on a burning page. Fading the twilight, slow and cold. The stories are the only gold. The printing press would soon arrive and spread the word that some survived. Not just survive, but learn to reign through centuries of blood and pain. The medieval beauty wasn't soft, it was the steel beneath the cloth. The woman in the tower cell who turned her prison into hell. Maybe every age must end. Maybe beauty doesn't bend. I'm still walking through the ruins tonight. So here we stand, the modern age, looking back at history's stage, at women who refused to fade, who wore their beauty like a blade. Theodora, Eleanor, Joan and more, the nameless women wore, forgot to store in history books but not in memories keep the medieval beauties